So actress Amanda Bynes could be forced to stay in a psych ward for 2 more weeks. This is according to People magazine. The troubled star was hospitalized this week, and this comes after she apparently started a fire in the driveway of a home. Well, Dr. Daniel Bober joins me now. Hi, Dr. Bober. He is a psychiatrist and addiction specialist. Good to see you. You know, Dr. Bober, Bynes already faces DUI and drug charges, a slew of reports about erratic behavior. It's easy to see this as a circus. She's got these crazy wigs, these tweets that seem sort of out there, but the reality is something much deeper must be going on here, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, this has been happening now for probably about a year and a half with the hit and runs and throwing the marijuana pipe out the window. There's definitely been something leading up to this. It's difficult to say what that is. Could it be something that's induced by drugs or, schizophrenia or bipolar disorder? It's very difficult to say. I mean, she is about the right age right now to have sort of her first psychotic break if it is schizophrenia. But without examining her and really knowing all the details, it's difficult to say what's going on exactly.
Well, you would imagine that medical professionals are going through this mental evaluation. What is the process of that evaluation to determine what exactly is going on?
Well, essentially, the person is placed in a psychiatric hospital where they are observed for a period of time. They do laboratory studies to determine if there's anything medical going on that might be inducing the symptoms, and of course, looking at the blood to see if there's any substances of abuse that may be contributing to these symptoms.
Well, her parents have been trying to get her help for a while. They're now seeking conservatorship over her. You know, the problem is she's an adult. She's 27 years old. How difficult is it for parents or loved ones to get involved when you're dealing with someone who's over 18?
You know, this is the biggest issue, or one of the biggest issues in the mental health field. The law errs on the side of protecting people's civil rights and presuming that they're competent to make these sorts of decisions. But it is very difficult to show that someone can't make these decisions for themselves unless the most extreme circumstances exist. It's very difficult to show that. And it's one of the greatest burden that's placed upon families and loved ones when people behave this way.
And it's so frustrating for family members when they see this destructive behavior and they can't do anything about it. So do you have some tips for people if they want to reach out to a loved one that's being destructive but resistant to try and help them, to reach them?
Sometimes it helps to have sort of an intervention, to have all the people that care about that person or love them try to sit down and speak with them. And very often, if that doesn't work, you have to involve authorities or their treating physician to get them into the hospital against their will. It's sad that it has to come to that point, but sometimes it does.
It is sad, and hopefully people have loved ones out there that care enough to take those steps. All right, Dr. Bober, thanks so much for the insight.